Hey sneakies, welcome back for some more Warframe on the PlayStation 4. In this episode, we're going to tackle a Tower 1 survival mission in the Void. And this also happens to be the final mission we have on the Tower 1 tier in the Void, so we'll be moving on to Tower 2 and eventually 3 later on in this series. Anyways, the sneakies who will be joining me for this mission will be Mr. Narwhal as Vauban, Silent Sentry as Loki, and Timothy will be Volt. Meanwhile, I'm coming in with Nyx, and we're going to have a lot of fun with her abilities. I have all 4 of them equipped, so we're just going to get in here and mess everybody up as best we can. Remember, don't forget to click like if you enjoy this series. The more likes we get, the faster these videos keep pouring out. And also hit subscribe to become a sneaky today, that way you don't have to miss another video in this series ever again. As always, I do hope you enjoy. Here we go. Infiltrated! Here we go, sneakies. So my question to you for this episode is, who is your favorite Warframe to bring along for survival missions? Just leave me a comment down below. Now there's actually a lot of different choices I could actually choose for mine. I don't think I could actually choose a personal favorite, although Volt is a really good choice. Pretty much high kill Warframes are really good to bring along. You have your Volt, you have your Mag, you also have Ember that's really good. Trinity's a really good one too, because she can help heal the team. She can also use her Link ability to help her solo in a good sense. And I've also found that Loki is a really good Warframe to use for it too. One of his best abilities is his Radial Disarm, which actually allows him to remove the guns from enemies within his range when he launches it. And it switches all of them to melee weapons, so they're all forced to come at you, and you can just like walk backwards and shoot them as they're rushing towards you, because they don't really have much of a choice anymore. And all of his other abilities really help him out too. He can actually solo pretty effectively. Like, do not count a Loki out, he's really good. Anyways, if you are not familiar with survival missions in Warframe, pretty much it's very simple. There is a meter in the top left hand corner that you'll see counting down. It's currently at 71%. If you see that stand I actually just ran past, we'll check that out again in a second. Just need to clear these enemies out. That meter up there is the oxygen system. Once that reaches 0, then the whole area that we're in, the spaceship we're in, is going to enter critical levels. We're going to be forced to extract, or we're all going to die. So we want to try to keep that up as high as possible. And in order to do that, we can go around killing these enemies. You'll see that some of them actually drop oxygen bags when they die, like I just picked up a minute ago. These enemies are not currently dropping any. Hopefully one will drop on soon, so we can see what it looks like. We also have to worry about these traps in the Void. Include lasers, and some of them even send out pulse waves. Simply shoot this thing that pops out of the top of it, and it will stop spinning. And then you can just freely shoot off its little laser arms, if you want to call them that. There we go, I just picked up a, we're going to call it an oxygen bag. Now, that's not really a great way to fill up your oxygen back up. The best way is to use the stands that I keep running past. They're actually indicated on the mini-map by those yellow little icons. So the strategy you really want to use is, it's really a good idea for everybody to stick together. Oh man, really using chaos effectively here. Oh damn. Don't worry, Silent Sentry. Oh, he's invisible. Forgot he was Loki. Now, the best strategy really to use here is to have all 4 people stick together, and you want to try to hover around these devices on the mini-map that are indicated by the yellow icon. That way, you can easily get to them, and you don't have to worry about rushing across the map in case you get into real trouble, and it's really getting low on your life support. Now, it's not as necessary here in the beginning stages of survival, because it's fairly easy at this point, especially on Tower 1. So it's really not as big of a deal if we happen to separate at this stage of the game. Of course, once we start getting later into it and the enemies start to become a lot more difficult, we're going to want to stick together. That way we can form better strategies. Like, I'm going to personally separate from the other 3. I'm actually breaking away from them right now. I'm going on the other side of the map where there's currently none of the devices. And we're just going to have some fun with Nyx's abilities here. Just want to give you a closer look at them. I'm still using the Gorgon Wraith in the decks first, by the way. Alright, here we go. Mind control. This allows me to gain control of one enemy. He'll fight for me. He won't fight me at all, at least until it wears off. Now he's going to search for another enemy. Where are you going? Get back! Oh, okay, never mind. Get out of here. Damn noobs. Okay, here we go. Absorb. So basically what happens here is I enter pretty much a ball, and all the damage I'm taking, the bullets and all the melee attacks, I absorb them for the duration of a minute, and I actually send it all flying back outwards to the enemies within my range. Now Chaos is really good too, because it actually forces all the enemies within range to go crazy, and they just start attacking anybody. It doesn't matter who they are. They'll even attack their teammates. They'll still try to attack you, of course. Now I'm using mind control too, because that's effective. Now I want this guy to fight for me. Yeah, go get him! Go get him! Of course, only having control of one guy is not really going to do much for me here, so when there's a large group of them, I want to try to use Chaos, but Absorb's really good too to help me clear these guys out. Another thing to keep in mind is for the duration I'm actually in the Absorb sphere, I'm invincible. So I'm giving my shields a chance to actually recharge. It's also giving me a quick breather. Not even to mention the opportunity to actually attack the enemies, so it's really a win-win situation for me. Oh, Silent Sentry went down. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with him. I don't think he's that low of a level for this. He might be using like a penta or something. I didn't notice what his weapon configuration was. A lot of people that use the penta, which is like a basically like a little grenade launcher, they tend to blow themselves up a lot. Now you'll see the burst and prime suck just appear in the bottom left hand corner. Basically every 5-minute interval in survival missions your team will be awarded some kind of item. Now typically there'll be mods, or there'll also be tower keys to access different towers in the void. However, if you go into the void missions, you can also include different prime pieces, including Warframe prime pieces and also weapon prime pieces. And you can even find them in the Orc and Derelicts too, which we're eventually going to get to in the series. Time will tell when that actually happens. We'll see. What is going on with Silent Sentry? He's dropping like crazy. I really hope he's using the penta or something's blowing him up by accident. Hopefully that's what's going on. Anyways, I need to correct some incorrect information I gave in the last video about the decks first. Oh wow, that was crazy timing. I was not expecting that. It was a happy accident indeed. Anyways, the regular furs is not something that comes from the research labs in the clan dojo. Oh, nice level up next. It's actually something that I acquired from a daily login bonus, so that's correction number 1. Correction number 2 is the Dex First is not the first time the First has appeared in a dual wield form. There's actually already a version of that on the marketplace you can buy the blueprint for. So keep that in mind. Oh, yeah, that's right, Ancient. You weren't expecting that, were ya? You certainly weren't expecting that either. Go to sleep. Oh, he's dead. Oh. Alrighty then. So basically the Dex is actually kind of similar to the Wraith in a sense. Oh wow, that was great timing again. Man, I love the Void. These things just keep popping up. I'm guessing they're supposed to be like defense barriers or something. They just keep popping up when you get near them. Normally they don't launch me up in the air like that. They typically will pop up in the air before I even get up to them. So this is pretty crazy, all the action going on. Oh yeah, make sure you blow those up after you get rid of the laser beams. Just for good measure. I think they can even damage enemies if they're close enough. It's a good way to turn their own weapons against them. Anyways, as I was saying, the Dex is kind of similar to like the Wraith in a sense because it changes the regular version into a different, more powerful version. So it's obviously better than the regular one. It's a more special variation. I do look forward to leveling up because I'm curious how it's going to compare to my Wraith Twin Vipers, because those are the most powerful handgun I've ever had in this game. And, oh yes, fight for me, come on! Fight him, what are you doing, man? Come on. This is really important. If you're playing as Nyx and you want to mind control somebody, you have to choose the most powerful enemy you can find. Typically, it's going to be one of these heavy gunners. Go get him, man. Go get him. He's actually using a Gorgon. And unfortunately, my Nyx isn't very high level, so I can't upgrade her mods high enough to make the mind control last longer or whatever. Take this, you fools! Oh, they're all running away from me. They're probably not even going to get hit by this. Oh! Oh, man, what? I think they just ran right up to me. Maybe they weren't hitting me with their bullets or something. I don't even know. That's right. Oh, man. I love using Chaos. Basically, You just slide right into the middle of a bunch of enemies, you launch a chaos, and then you just sneak away and let all the chaos take place. They all go out of their minds. Okay, now we're gonna head back towards our teammates. Oh, you fool, don't mess with me. Now, I've already previously, before the mission started, I got everybody to agree to extract at the 15-minute marker, so hopefully they remember. Oh, I think you can actually read it right there, can you? Yeah, it's right there. Okay. Alright, so yes, we're gonna extract to the 15-minute marker, that way the video's not too long, and... Wow, really, again? This literally never happens to me in the Void. I don't know why it's happening like crazy right now. Get out of here, you fools! Telsa time. Oh, more like chaos time. Now we're gonna sit back and watch the chaos unfold. If we can. Oh, we have to get a little bit further away. Let's watch the chaos from a distance. Man, I want to do that again. Alright, I guess mind control works too. We'll go for that heavy gunner if we can get him. Oh, that one's still under my control. That's right. Oh, I got these guys all sneaking up on me. It's really difficult to do this with such a wide open area. Oh man, these ancients are going down. Downtown. They got messed up real good. Wow, we got Morphix too. Oh man. I don't think I've ever actually seen a resource awarded there before. Alright, so keep that in mind as well. You can get resources as your 5-minute interval reward as well. That's good to know. And it's really good that a Morphix game... Those are always something that's important to actually go searching for, because they're always required for building some good items. And let's just completely disregard the fact that I went down there. Complete fool. Oh, you can see all this craziness going on. This is all Narwhal's doing as well. You, sir, are now my puppets. Go fight for me. Oh, what the heck? Damn it. That's something I really have to be cautious about when you're playing as Nyx and use mind control. A lot of your teammates aren't going to know that they're under your control if you're not actually able to communicate with them. So they're probably going to end up killing them by accident, or maybe they do know what's going on. They're just doing it to spite you. I don't know. I don't judge how you treat other people and how they want to get revenge on you, okay? Oh man, these ancients just don't know when to stop. Give up. Alright, let the chaos unfold. Alright, so we're down to a little bit under 3.5 minutes to go here. Oh man, he beat me to it. I was gonna go activate it. Damn it. That's alright. Oh nice, he gave me this. Oh yes! Good timing again. This is happening like crazy. Gorgon Wraith, go for it! Wow, that just happened in here too. I need to stop acting so surprised by it, but it's so awesome. I'm just flying in the air everywhere. I feel like I'm Superman or something. Obviously, it only lasts for like a second or two, but still. Nyx can dream, can't she? Now, the Gorgon Wraith is really good for tearing through enemies. Like, if you have a ton of them in front of you, you just hold the trigger down and you just run right through them. Not literally run through them, but your bullet's gonna go flying right through all of them. Hear them a new one. Silent Sentry, I'm coming for you. We got him. Now, generally when somebody goes down, most people typically tend to rush over and everybody tries to do the reviving, which can be an effective strategy, don't get me wrong. Especially if you're playing as Rhino, who can use his iron skin right before he does it, or Luke, who can use his invisibility right before it. That way he's completely invisible, nobody knows what he's doing. But another strategy you can try is to have one person do the reviving, meanwhile the other person is going around causing a huge distraction for all the enemies. That way the people who are currently vulnerable aren't as vulnerable as they could be. Pretty much there are various different strategies you can use for any given situation in the game. I mean, there's not just one right answer to every single question. Obviously, some questions, yes, there is only one right answer. Like, for example, am I supposed to kill these enemies? The answer would be yes. Yes, you are supposed to kill these enemies. Granted, I've never actually personally heard that question, but I'm sure someone is gonna ask it someday. We'll see. I really hope not, because quite frankly, if you don't know that you're supposed to kill the enemies in this game, this might not be the best choice for you. Oh, wow! That was good timing again, and that just shows a good strategy to use if you go in there like that. When you slam down the ground with your melee weapon, you're gonna do some damage to the enemies around you, to say the least. We'll mess up a couple more fools. We have less than a minute before we're gonna head for extraction. Now, it's really important when you decide what time you're going to extract in survival, you want to wait until the closest 5-minute interval is about to pass. Like, for example, if you're at 13 minutes and you need to extract, you're in real trouble, you want to try to hold out till the 15 minutes so you can get the next reward that's in line for you. It's always something to keep in the back of your mind. Anyways, we don't have that trouble right now. Like, we could definitely easily go for many, many more minutes. Like, I can guarantee we could probably make it at least 40 minutes with the team that we have here in the lineup. But I don't want this video to be too long. I have a habit of making some videos too long, and they just tend to be ridiculously over long at points. I get a little carried away, my bad. Okay, now, there we go. We got an Uncommon 5 mod. That's pretty good for leveling up and improving your other mods. That's how you make yourself more powerful in this game. Just one way you make yourself more powerful besides getting better equipment. Silent Sentry, not again! Thankfully, he's being revived. Okay. Now, once the point reaches where you decide you want to extract, you just have to head for the green icon on the minimap. If you look closely at it, it'll also give you an indication of whether or not you're on the right level. Like if it's at a higher elevation, you'll see an up arrow attached to what you currently see. Now that we're up on the higher level, it's no longer there, so it means we're on the same level as the extraction point. Now, when you do decide that it's time for extraction, you don't want to go around killing enemies any longer. You want to pretty much just run right past them. I mean, we're not really in any danger right now. We can still collect some more resources. So, it's not really that big of a deal for doing it, but generally you don't want to do it because you're just going to get yourself into potential trouble. You might get too distracted or something, especially if you're in actual danger of dying and you need to get to extraction. Don't waste any more time killing enemies, just run right past them. Okay, so here we go. As soon as all 4 of us are here, we're going to get out of here. Oh, that reminds me. On my Volt, I never use the electric shield. I've actually taken that mod off of them. But every time I play with the Volt, they always use that ability. I personally took it off because some of the other mods I put on have made my Volt stronger in different ways. It's also made some of the mods stronger too. Anyways, that's a mission complete, Sneakies. And we did get some good stuff here. Ooh, we got a Gallium, nice. Got a Morphix, a Burst and Prime stock, and the Fusion Core, of course. Plenty of control modules too, and always plenty of alloy plates. Too many alloy plates. Too many. Anyways, quick look at the stats here. Timothy, lead and damage dealt. Damage taken, least damage taken that is. Narwhal clearly took that one home. Total kills goes to Timothy. Headshots goes to Silent Sentry. Good job. Melee kills. Oh yes, I took that. Way to go me. Deaths is all tied up. Upgrades received goes to Silent Sentry. Abilities used goes to Narwhal. Timothy takes home the fire accuracy. Meanwhile, Narwhal comes back in for pickup counts. But Timothy comes back again for revives. So I'd have to say out of all those stats, I'd have to give Timothy the MVP of that game for sure. Anyway, Sneakies, I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to click like. Always remember, the more likes we get, the faster these videos keep coming out. Also, hit subscribe to become a Sneaky today. That way you can easily continue to follow this series without ever missing another video ever again. I'm always looking for new people to appear in these videos, so if you have any interest in doing so, just leave me a comment down below and I can definitely make it happen in a future episode. And finally, don't be afraid to use the comment section to find other people to play Warframe with. That's a great resource for doing so. Anyway, Sneakies, I will see you next time for some more Warframe on the PlayStation 4.